my name is Elle and welcome to my channel. Today is the third episode in the Sewing on a Budget series, and today we're focusing on patterns. Now, there is a lot to get through today. I have so many resources to share with you and I hope you love them, so I'll try and be as quick as possible. So yeah, let's crack on. There are some amazing free patterns online that can really kickstart your sewing journey. And I first want to talk about Peppermint Magazine. They have an online free resource library, which is absolutely amazing. They have so many gorgeous patterns. I'm sure if you have a look on Instagram, you'll be able to see some firm fan favourites, including the peppermint pocket skirt, which I really want to make myself. It's high-waisted. It goes to, I think, like mid-calf, and it's got two big pockets for storing snacks, amongst other things, and it is free. So if you go onto their website, you'll be able to see all of the free patterns that they have on offer. There's also a gorgeous loungewear set, which I think you could definitely wear outside, not just in the home. They also have a really pretty wrap top, which I'm thinking of making, so definitely check them out. My words will not do it justice how great these patterns are. They are PDF patterns and you just print them out and make them. So another good piece of information is that a lot of independent pattern companies and designers offer a free pattern as well as all of the patterns that you pay for. For example, Helen's Closet, she offers the Lunar Tank, which is something that I made and I posted on Sunday. And also Friday Pattern Company offer a free pattern, which is their Sunday V-neck, which is a t-shirt pattern, which is always really useful to have. Closet Core Patterns, which is where I made my poof from, they do a couple of free patterns, including the poof, but also a dog coat, which I'm planning on making soon, and a sewing machine cover, which I also think is something I definitely should make because dust. And so that is all free on their website, on the Closet Core Patterns website, on their free resources library. There are definitely some other independent, I can't speak. There are definitely some other independent sewing companies that offer free patterns. Sometimes you need to put your email address in so that you get signed up to their newsletter and in return you get their free pattern. But otherwise, just make sure you have a look because more often than not, they will have one on offer. And it is usually a t-shirt or a vest pattern, but I still think that that's great. Another pattern company which I use a lot is called Made by Jack's Mum, and it's one of the first patterns I bought. I bought their Heyday Dungarees pattern, and if you join their Facebook group, they have some free links on there as well. So I got a free downloadable bucket hat pattern from being in that Facebook group. So I have made a couple of those bucket hats in summer and they're really fun and they range from children's to adult sizes. Staying along the lines of Facebook groups, they can be really informative. I know Facebook groups have a bad rep because sometimes people can be mean and annoying, but the sewing Facebook groups I've been a part of have been really informative and they've been really encouraging, so I would recommend them. You can join Facebook groups that are specifically for buying and selling patterns. I think it's literally called Buying and Selling Patterns is the name of the Facebook group that I bought this vintage jumpsuit pattern from, and I think it was £5 including postage. Individual sellers just put on there if they're selling a specific pattern, so you can get some really cheap finds, but I would say make sure that they specify that the pattern is uncut, or if it is cut, make sure it's your size because you don't want to receive it and realise that the person before you has cut it in a size 4 and you're a size 8. Whatever. So that is something to bear in mind, but it is really great. When I first started sewing last year and I didn't know anything about patterns, I didn't even know what a pattern was, I didn't know where to buy it, I didn't really know what I was doing. I got given, which is the first one? I got given the Tilly and the Buttons book. It's her first book, which is Love at First Stitch, and this comes with patterns included, and it was a godsend for me because her instructions are really clear. She talks through loads of information about each garment, and it ranges from the easiest pattern on the first chapter to the hardest on the last chapter, so you can work your way through. When I got given this book, it was £25, but it does include so many patterns that I think it's worth it. Her second book is, I think, this stretch book, and it focuses on jersey patterns with stretchy material. So if that is something that you were looking at buying a lot of stretch fabric patterns, I would say definitely buy the book, because you get so many patterns for your money. I just think it's so worth it. If you can see there, they're all the different patterns that you can make. So a lot. And then also her last book is Make It Simple. This also is RRP 25. Lots of different patterns, and I love what she does in this book, which shows you how you can hack them. So you can turn one garment into 3 different garments, and that's just really cool and makes use of the patterns. You're really getting use out of your money that you've spent. Buttons also has free resources on her website, some free patterns. I looked online and she has a free like eye mask, sleeping eye mask pattern, and some slipper patterns. So I think that would be super cute for gifts as well. So go check that out on her website. Also for Christmas, I got given a subscription to the Sew Over It Stitch School, and that is run by Lisa at Sew Over It. And included in that Stitch School subscription is access to some of their patterns and their classic courses. So you can do the basic subscription, which is £5 a month, or the premium, which is £15 a month. They do come with different things, but in the classic courses, you can have dress patterns included, trouser patterns, coat patterns, and some videos showing you how to make it, which I think is great because, like me, I'm a visual learner. So once I download the pattern, I just log on to my Stitch School subscription and look at the specific video associated with that step and just watch every part of the video whilst I'm making the garment, knowing that I can't get it wrong if I'm literally watching it. I still make mistakes, obviously, but I think especially if you really struggle reading pattern instructions, I think that the Sew Over It Stitch School is a great shout for you. Just lastly, I wanted to talk about the dress that I'm wearing right now. I spoke about it on Sunday, but it's from a free pattern by DIY Daisy, and you can find her on her website or on Instagram, and it's the Maya ruffle dress with the ruffle arms, and it's really simple, just made using rectangles of fabric and lots of gathers. So if you'd like to give that a go, you can find that pattern either on her Instagram or her website. Oh, really quickly as well, YouTube. We're here and it's amazing, and it has so many tutorials. Definitely have a look. As I said, visual learning is amazing. I did the Melanie Ham tutorial to make her box makeup bag, and that was great. I learned a lot from her, and there are so many incredible YouTubers that are doing really, really detailed tutorials. So you don't even need a pattern. You could just work it out with measurements or whatever that would then fit your body. So yeah, I hope that helps. I feel like I've been talking for ages, and I hope it makes sense. And let me know what you think in the comments, and I will speak to you soon. Thank you so much.